Hello guys, this is Braden from Ethan Braden Productions, and today I am going to be doing something a little different. Today, we're going to be doing a tutorial. Tutorials with Braden, if you will. So today, we're going to be given a tutorial on how to play Hearts of Iron 4. Now, you might be asking, Braden, since when do you make tutorials? This is so unlike you, man. You just play games and suck at them. You'd be the last person I watch a tutorial from because you freaking suck. And to that I say, number one, you're wrong. Number two, okay, I admit you're only kind of wrong. I do kind of suck sometimes. Number three, it's because, well, I just want, this is just for my bros, okay? My friends, the Violet Army veterans, just for all of you. Because I know that Hearts of Iron 4, it looks so fun. And then no one knows how to freaking play it because... well, what I'm trying to say is, it looks pretty complicated when you first start playing. That's what I'm trying to say here. But it's actually pretty simple once you get the hang of it. Granted, you won't be good at it. I'm certainly not good at it, but I do know how to play. So I'll show you guys how to play. So you select your country, obviously, and you can see the difficulties down here. Civilian, recruit, regular, veteran, elite. As you can probably figure by those names, it goes from easiest to hardest. The civilian difficulty, you get a lot of buffs. Elite difficulty, you get a lot of debuffs, and then the other ones are kind of in the middle. So I'll go for recruit because, like I said, I kind of suck, but at the same time, on a civilian, I don't know. I just don't think that's a good idea. So, custom game rules, so like you could set game rules, you can make countries stronger, you can make them weaker. So, let's say you want to make America super strong. So, boom. Yeah, if I try to do anything non-democratic, that's going to backfire. But actually, no. Let's say America halfway, and then make Japan stronger. Because they always freaking lose against China, so might as well make them stronger so that doesn't happen. Right. Here, see, these are just like the game rules. You can mess with this if you want. AI behavior, so you can set like what path the country goes down. That doesn't really matter for us here. And let's say and then this is the interesting part. So, at least in my opinion, you can have your opinion on this, but game setup. So basically, what happens is if you select any of these options, basically this is like your decolonization, your stuff like that. You can fragment the Soviet Union. And let's say we fragment France. Yeah, this is definitely going to need editing because I'm kind of sucky at this. I never know what to freaking say. No, don't save the preset. That's not what I meant to do. Right back. Let's hope that French fragmentation thing doesn't release my lands too, because that would kind of suck. So you have Iron Man mode and historical AI. So Iron Man means you can't use the cheat codes, which between you and I kind of like to have that one off. And the thing that kind of sucks is you don't have that option in multiplayer. You only have it in single player, so you want to mess around with your friends. Just one thing I find pretty fun in this game is just giving yourself max everything, like the best technology, just instant construction straight from the start of the game, giving you 1,000 nukes, like just fun stuff, and then turning on allow diplos so you can just do whatever diplomatic actions you want. So you just declare war on like a bunch of countries and just completely crush them, man. It's fun, but you can't do that in multiplayer unless you do the convoluted thing of you go into a single player game by yourself, do all the setup with the cheat codes and stuff, the two countries you and your friend want to play, and then you load that into the multiplayer game. Yeah, it's a little convoluted, but it's very well possible. Anyway, see, you thought my rambling only existed in the director's commentary. You thought it was only a problem there. I mean, listen. We're talking about the guy who managed to turn a Pokemon fanfic shorter than most school essays into a 40-minute freaking video. So, yeah, you should have expected this. I'll probably put a timestamp in the description as to, like, important parts. Like, maybe I'll, like, put this make this video into like chapters or something, like on YouTube, because that's a feature now, which I find pretty handy. Alright, so let's say we're playing as Republic of Garia, because I can't be normal. I can't be normal and just select a normal country that's actually in the game. No, I've used my crappy mod, and as you can see, I'm not very good at modding, like, mainly because the website I use is a little wishy-washy sometimes with whether it works or not. So my flag is upside down, but you can see we got the basics here. We got Gary Wilson Jr., Democratic, next election June 1940, and the ruling party is the Garyville Democratic Party. Alright, let's get started. I'll probably put like the timestamp at the beginning of the video so people don't have to sit through my rambling, because most of this is pretty straightforward, and I'm just using this as an excuse to talk about random bullcrap because it's been so freaking long, I guess, since I've done this. And let's start. You gotta cut me some slack. Keep in mind, this is completely improv, okay? I don't have a script or anything. Alright, as you can see, very beautiful map we got here. We got a dissolved Soviet Union, and France is looking a little messy. Ooh, Occitania looking a little strange. Ooh, look at this. Alright, I'm gonna look at the intel ledger. I want to see how much stuff they have. I don't know. Okay then. So, what do we do first? You see all these options. See, this is what I was saying earlier. It may look overwhelming to some people just due to the sheer number of options. But trust me, it's a lot easier than it looks. So, for starters, as you can see, this is your political power. This is what you use to buy research buffs, political advisors, military staff, which I was too lazy to mod in, so we don't actually have any of those. So, as you can see, we don't have very much political power though. So, we have these things called focuses, which basically are these things that make it easier for you to obtain certain goals in the game. Like, they give you certain resources, certain buffs, certain war goals if you have like a custom focus tree for your country. Some countries have unique focus trees, but I was, once again, too lazy to mod in my own focus tree, so I just used the generic focus tree, which I would argue is actually better than a unique one, because it makes for there's a lot more possible variety in terms of gameplay with a generic one, because everything you do is basically up to you, because you have to get all your war goals yourself. You have to like go down those certain routes by yourself. The game doesn't lay it out for you. So these are our divisions. What you do with the divisions, as you could probably figure out, it's how you fight people basically. So we have our divisions, and we'll put them in. We see this button down here, we'll put it into an army, which basically means we can put our divisions on a front line and give them orders. So we'll assign them to the border of Occitania, and we can assign a general to make our units stronger and more organized. So as you can see, we have Friendly Can Cows. Shout out to all the people who get the reference to the Surface 83 movie, Violent Army Veteran from 2016, Let's Flip and Go. Either I've seen the reaction video from like 2 years ago. Whichever comes first. And you need, in order to recruit more generals, and you can buy traits for your generals, so basically that's like an additional buff that your general gives. For example, you can have like a general that's like infantry expert, so they increase the attack and defensive infantry units. That's one example. There's a whole bunch of different traits you can get, but you get them with these things called army experience. And the way you get army experience is by training units. So you see this button right here, you click it, and you can train your units. And you'll start to gain army experience from that. Army experience is also used to edit your templates, your division templates. So first I'm going to place some divisions. So I kind of screwed myself over here, which is, for some reason, the capital of Gary's country's in Corsica, so I can only put units there. That's freaking fun. But if I put the units in my army in mainland France, it should go there automatically, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. So I'll show you how to edit the divisions. So you see your template right here. You can add infantry, marines, mountaineers. You can probably add more than that if you have like more stuff researched. I don't have very much stuff researched. So like if you're like United States or like the Soviet Union or Germany, you'd have a lot more options initially than Gary does. But as you can see, they all cost 5 army experience, so I can't add anything right now. This is your military factories. So basically, this is how you get more equipment. You need equipment or else your units basically don't work, okay? Nothing works right if you don't have equipment, okay? I've played this game a lot to know that one of my biggest problems in the past in this game is that I'd always run out of equipment, and then my units, since they'd be just freaking out of equipment, it would just basically be soldiers trying to fist fight other soldiers that actually had guns, so I would just lose every single battle. Like, I'm pretty sure one time I played the US States mod, and I was playing as Pennsylvania, and I lost to Delaware because of that. So before you get into a war, always make sure you have enough equipment. It's important. So, as you can see, we don't have a lot researched yet, so I'll just do basic infantry equipment. We're only getting one a day because we only have one factory, but we have 4 naval dockyards, which we can produce ships out of. I'll get submarines once I research torpedoes, but for now I'll just research convoys. Not research, build convoys is what I meant to say. I'm a freaking idiot. But speaking of research, these are your research slots. This is how you research different technologies. I cannot speak today. Cut me some slack. It's been a while, okay? Like I said in the update video, it's just been a hot minute since I've done this. Okay? So we have 3 research slots that we can use to research new technologies. So we're gonna go with weapons 1. Basic torpedoes, and I usually research basic machine tools right away, but I set the mods so I didn't have to do that, just to save me some time. So instead we're gonna go for construction 1. Oh, I'm sorry if you guys hear my family downstairs. That's kind of on me. I should have probably closed the door. Oh well, what you gonna do now? Oh, unassigned divisions. Oh, I almost forgot about this one in Africa, so I don't... Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, so you don't recruit the generals with the army experience. That's just how you get the traits. You recruit the generals with command points, which you get those from training too. So I basically covered how to get those already. Let's get this game running. How does Occitania have that many troops? Okay, what I was gonna do was, in order to give a demonstration as to how wars work, I was gonna declare war on Occitania right away with the allow diplo commands, but I don't really feel like doing that after this powerful. Look. Okay, I should probably leave this out of the video, but screw it, I'm saying it anyway. So, something funny just happened, so the pause was a bit abrupt. That's because I stopped the video, because my mom called me from downstairs to tell me that she got something for me at the store. And when I replied, this is the funny part, when I replied that I was recording a video at the moment, I'd be down in a minute, she somehow heard I was doing something with a hooker, which, number one, I have no idea how you get from I'm recording a video to I'm doing something with a hooker. That makes no sense. Number two, why would she think I'm doing that? I am very concerned now. That's the awkward part of this. It's funny but awkward at the same time. Yeah, I probably should have just left it out, but screw it. It's funny. So, as you can see, I let the game run a little bit. So, now our focus is done. We've researched a few things. So I'm going to go for naval effort now, because I want to be able to make them submarines. So our goal here, basically, is going to be to take over Occitania. How are we going to do that? Not too sure. I might have to... See, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build up my army. So, hold on. I'm just going to build up my army for a while, but I have another idea too. So, I forgot to show you. So this is the construction. So, basically, you can build things. You can build more factories, and what we need is we need more factories. We need 5 civilian factories for what I want to do. And we already have 4. No, we have 5. No. I want them to be top priority because I want to be able to do this as soon as possible. So when are we going to be done? Yeah, gotta be kidding me. I guess we're gonna have to do some industrial focuses then. Alright, I'll stop the recording, and once we're even like remotely close to putting my plan into action, I will start the recording again. Alright, phase 1 of the plan is still in the works, but I did manage to get some submarines built, so I'm going to show you guys how Navy works real quick. I don't understand the Navy system 100% either, but I can give you like a basic rundown. So we have our fleet here. So we have our ships, we'll create a new fleet. Click to assign a commander. As you can see here, we have Admiral Gary Wilson Jr., who basically he kicks butt with destroyers and submarines, so we'll put him in charge of our tiny minuscule submarine fleet. Right, we can apparently select a trait for him. I've never actually really done a whole lot with Navy, at least to this extent. Hunter Killer, that sounds cool. Let's give him that. Alright, what else do we have? Silent Hunter, yeah, let's give him that too. Alright, there we go. Oh, there we go. Construction effort. That's what we wanted. I'll go back to showing you guys Navy in a minute, but basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to crank out civilian factories so I have enough to get a spy agency. I only need 5, but I also want an extra one so I can continue building stuff while doing it, or at least so. I just want an extra one so I can get this done faster. So research available. All right, what are we gonna select? I don't know how I managed to do this while modding the thing, but you'll learn something every day. That's a little strange. Alright, where are we going? Yeah, sure, we'll research Great War Tanks. So anyway, so what you do with your fleet is, so you can do naval exercises, which is like the naval training, that's how you get Navy experience, and you can basically give it tasks for certain regions. So let's say we just want to patrol the Typhonian Sea. Alright, we can do that. Yeah, that's basic rundown. Very basic rundown. Sorry if that was a kind of little incohesive. This entire video kind of is. I'm sorry. I'm not the best at tutorials, but I try for the bros, okay? I'm doing this for the bros. Please tell me the audio isn't crap. Alright, we have 6 civilian factories, so we should be able to create an agency. Alright. I like this insignia. Let's use that. Alright. Snail. Let me think of something really stupid. Snail squatters. It says squad, it's squatters. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. Don't question my sense of humor, because my sense of humor is in fact pretty stupid. I'm gonna give these guys the order to defend in my little colony here, even though they're like severely undermanned. But I don't know, it gives them something to do. Alright. Hold on. I should probably have these guys in the other room. Alright, we have our agency. We have our agency now, so what we're gonna do is in 30 days we can recruit somebody for it. Can we get the elusive gentleman yet? Yes, we can. Alright. Now we're gonna have 2 spots for spies. Yeah, some more mills would be nice, so I'll do that focus. How are we looking here? Still June 14th for my next civilian factory. That's not ideal, but it could be worse. What the? How do they have so much stuff? See, when I split them off from France, I assumed they'd be an easy target, but no. So I guess I'm gonna have to find someone else to target. Hold on, maybe I'm going about this all wrong. Maybe I need to ask. Yeah, they're not gonna let. Hold on. Wait, does Basque have any troops? An operative can be recruited. I'm gonna research some more stuff because I'm ready to research some more things. So, let me think what to go with here. That and that. Alright, so what I think I'm gonna do is I still want to give you guys a demonstration as to how the wars work. So what I'm gonna do. Yes, man. Yes, man. Allow Diplo. Because I'm democratic, so in case you don't know, in this game, democratic countries cannot justify a war goal unless there's 100% world tension. And as you can see up there, we aren't even close to that. So what we're going to do is we're going to cheat a little bit, but it's purely for demonstrative purposes. I just want to prove how the war... I just want to demonstrate how the war system works. So poor Amelia Earhart, but here we'll do it the legitimate way. We will justify a war goal, so we will do it partially legitimately. Y'all need to watch all the bullcrap that happens. Y'all have already sat through enough bullcrap, but I haven't really said much to commentate over. So yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back. Okay, our war goal justification against Basque is finally done. So you may see a problem here, which is we don't actually border Basque, and even though we do have military access from Occitania, I can't actually draw any real battle plans against Basque, only for Occitania, because that's who my front line is up against. Now, trying to move my front line to Basque didn't really work, so I'm gonna do something a little sneaky. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to do this. Delete all units. And I'm just going to declare war on them too. Alright. Send. Oh wow, where'd all those divisions go? I don't know. Alright. So, one thing that kinda got in my way a little bit is the fact that for the longest time I was not producing any artillery, and we're just now getting out of that deficit, so I couldn't actually recruit any troops for the longest time, but now I can, which is good for me. But, hold on, where is our... Okay, there we go. Yeah, we should be getting another unit here shortly, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take everything up to this river. You can stop training now. Alright. Just watch that unfold, and we'll probably eventually run into some Basque troops unless they just decide to sit on their country. Just sit on their behinds forever. Why are they not moving? I guess I'm gonna have to micro a little bit. There we go, they're moving now. Just took them a minute. So you can micro a little bit too. So you can like, let's say you want to select these three guys. Get in my way. You want to select them. You can move them on to Vichy, which they're already doing that because I put the defensive line up on this river, so your units are going to try to take everything past this on your side of this line. Alright. So let's start another focus. Alright, let's do armament effort 3. Alright. We have more mills. I could start producing planes. Do I have the resources for planes though? I'm not sure how much rubber I have. No, we don't, and I don't feel like starting another trade. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna keep spamming the guns. We need more guns anyway, so yeah. There we go, there's an extra troop. And we're finally actually in a battle with Occitania. I guess they managed to spawn another troop in. Well, that kind of sucks. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to encircle them, because it appears they only... Oh, okay, so sometimes you get like random events like this, and you just choose whichever one you think is best. I usually do this one. Alright. You know, I could encircle this unit, but what I think I'm actually going to do instead is I'm just going to take the capital, because it appears to be undefended. There we go. Occitania has capitulated, giving us 50 stockpiled equipment. So let me let you in on something in this game. So there's this thing known as resistance. So basically you have like core territories. So like that's the territory you have at the beginning of the game. Sometimes not all the territories you get at the beginning of the game are core territory, but most of the time they are. That's the general rule. But like if you take so that's like your territory. That's your core territory. You don't have any problem governing that or anything. And then you have like territory you take from other countries, where you have to deal with this thing called resistance, because it's not your core territory. So basically, resistance will keep going up and up unless you have a certain number of troops left in that territory as garrisons. And if you let the resistance get high enough, that country will actually revolt, and you'll have to take it over all over again, which, I don't know about you, but I find that pretty annoying. Like, if you let resistance get high enough, they'll like sabotage the infrastructure. It's just a general pain in the butt. So what you want to do is you want to raise this thing known as compliance, which basically makes it so the resistance gets lower and lower, and they're more compliant with your role, hence the name. But basically what we're going to do is we're not actually going to take any of this territory, because I don't want to deal with that, and I know how much of a pain in the butt that can be. So what I'm actually going to do is... Actually, that was a lie, at least the way I worded it. What I meant to say was we're not going to be taking much territory. I'm taking that, and let's see, what else can we take? There we go. And we're just gonna, so we took that so we can border Basque, and we'll just puppet the rest. Submit commands, save. Wait, what do we have left? Did I miss something? I'm just dumb. I'm used to the button being down here for some reason. So, confirm and exit. Republic of Garia took one state. Garian's Occitania was puppet. Should be Garian. I guess that's a little bit of a bug there. Or having an idiot and just inputted the denominator wrong. As you can see, Basque is pushing us back because our troops weren't necessarily ready for that. So this is where I really demonstrate how combat works in this game, because Occitania didn't have any units because I deleted them all. But never mind, we just completely stormed them. But I hope y'all got the major idea. See, this is, look at this beautiful map. The anarchists got crushed. But look, I didn't know it was gonna do that. I'm used to just the type of puppet where it, like, changes the government and then they're your subject. I'm not used to. This looks like it's some sort of like colony type crap. Like, what's up with that? But I hope you got the idea. So basically, you just got your tabs down here. So like, front line, that's like set up front line so you can give orders and stuff. Like, you can do the rest of these things if you have a front line. And then you have offensive line, which is your troops will go to that line, or at least try to. Spearhead, basically, like, you can take like a certain part of the front line. Like, you could take, like, say like you want to target like a certain city or something. Like, you can put a spearhead there and your troops will basically try to beeline to that city. And then you have fallback line, which basically you can put a, oh hey, nice. So basically a fallback line is like, if you're losing and your troops are retreating, you can set up a fallback line so they'll fall back to that line. It kind of says in the name. So like, one thing that's kind of good to do, that I do sometimes when I'm losing, is I like fall back to like a river, something like that. So I'd put like a fallback line through here. And then you have area defense, that's like your garrison. Like, you can, let's say you want to defend this area. Actually, that area isn't necessary because that's our puppet, but yeah, the rest of these two are necessary, so we'll leave that. And then this division assignment mode, which is basically, you click on this, you can select your order, and basically that'll add all your divisions. Like, sometimes in this game, for whatever reason, like, it'll have like 0 divisions assigned when you set like a new offensive line sometimes. So sometimes you have to take this tool and click on that. And then I'd like to think this is pretty self-explanatory. Delete order basically gets rid of your order. And then you have like these settings too. Like, oh, you can do a naval invasion or paratrooping. That requires certain things that I don't have right now, so I can't necessarily demonstrate those unless I use more cheats. So you have battle plan execution and cohesion. So basically, this one is the most like, this is like cautious battle plan execution. So like, basically, your troops, they will not attack. Your troops, basically, they do everything they can to make the front line stable. They don't attack like heavily fortified positions, stuff like that. And then execute battle plans in a balanced manner. It's kind of like in the middle of careful and aggressive. And then aggressive is basically your troops will attack anything. Basically, they'll attack freaking 100 divisions stacked on the capital of El Salvador. I don't know why that happens so much, but apparently it does. It's kind of like Age of Civilizations 2, when you're just kind of strolling through a country and randomly there's just a province of 10,000 troops on it, and then you just kind of have to make a run for it. It's kind of similar to that, but oh well, that's all I really have for today. If y'all want to see me take over the world as Gary, let me know in the comments. Other than that, Braden out. Hail the Violet Army.